In this video, I'm going to go over some quality control activities. Once again, you can find all of this information in Section 3, Quality Control, of the EIA Bridge Binder, Volume 3 for Field Operations. Some of the major quality control activities you'll be performing on site are, first, material testing. When performing a bridge design, an engineer must designate values of strengths, densities, etc. of construction materials, as well as soil properties. Verifying those materials associated with the bridge design that they meet or exceed the values specified on the design drawings is imperative to the safety of a structure. And on site, you'll have limited time and tools to verify every material property we assume in our designs. Therefore, extremely conservative assumptions are made on this end. However, do not always assume a delivered material is correct. Do not assume clamps are drop forged. Do not assume rebar is of the right strength. Make sure to use your engineering judgment, and if something doesn't seem right, always question it. Another activity is material storage. Once materials have been delivered to a project site, care must be taken to ensure the quality of those materials does not degrade. Proper storage, such as keeping cement in a clean, dry location or covering reinforcing bars to prevent significant rust, will help each material retain its desired properties. Careful placement of sand and gravel stockpiles can also reduce the amount of waste you have throughout a project. Third is the quality control photo checklist, which I've referenced already. See the suspended bridge quality control photos in folder 6A quality control forms under the bridge binder field appendices for the quality control photo checklist. This will help reduce oversight of critical steps, organize your quality control photos, and allows work to progress smoothly and efficiently. I've also linked this below for you for easy and quick viewing. Survey equipment calibration. Now, survey equipment is used to lay out the bridge and measure the overall span length and differences in elevation between abutments. Accurately knowing these values is critical to the performance of the bridge design. Program managers will assume the responsibility of calibrating survey equipment when necessary. However, make sure to alert the program manager if 1. A piece of survey equipment is dropped or damaged, or 2. The data coming out seems highly unlikely or inaccurate. A fifth activity is to verify and record the as-built dimensions. Throughout the construction process, from initial layout to walkway installation and finally installing your guardrails and capping the bridge, verifying the dimensions of what has been marked or constructed can provide an intermediate level of quality as the project progresses. During each stage, dimensions should be checked against those shown in the design drawings as the work is being completed. Proactive verification of dimensions can mitigate the recognition of an error too late during a later stage of construction, which can lead to costly modifications or in some cases demolition and reconstruction. Note that all dimensions should be verified, and the dimensions reported in the quality control forms are critical dimensions that need signatures, but these are not the only dimensions you need to be marking on your plan set. You should be marking every single dimension on the plan set, whether it was done correctly or slightly off and within tolerance or off and out of tolerance. Which, speaking of tolerance, tolerances are the permissible extent or limit of variation. In bridge construction, this limit of variation can be found in a physical dimension or the property of a material. Bridge construction has inherent variability of both dimensions and material properties. It is important that the designer and project manager are educated and aware of the permitted tolerances that a project can withstand to achieve a quality and safe bridge, and this should be discussed with the construction manager and quality control manager. Tolerances may vary greatly for different aspects of construction. For example, timber that has 1 centimeter less than the thickness shown on the drawing for deck boards may not be acceptable, whereas a span length that is 1 centimeter less than what is specified effectively has no impact. You can see Volume 2 for design for a suggested list of tolerance values. These should be predetermined as a collaboration between your design manager and design engineer in charge before construction begins and before the team even travels. Getting to the end of our activities here, we also have the photo inventory. Documenting each phase of construction beyond just the QC photos and media photos is a good practice and required on all EIA projects. Photos allow the construction team, designer, and future inspectors to see exactly how the bridge was built. It also allows for inspection of parts of the bridge that may not be visible once construction is complete. Photos may also be used to verify the proper execution of certain tasks for project managers or engineers to approve before proceeding to the next stage. In addition to the obvious necessity of quality control photos, documenting your time on site provides valuable media for fundraising and outreach the following year. And finally, I want to talk about the QC forms. A set of quality control forms are provided in the bridge binder field appendices and also linked below. These forms are also a part of the to print section of the binder in Appendix A. And when filling out these forms, make sure to be descriptive. Annotate the form right outside the box, and if you are questioning some information, if some information should be provided, include it. More information is always useful for review in the future. And the quality control photos associated with these forms are a required submission of the media manager. However, the responsibility should be shared with the quality control manager and media manager together. This deliverable is tracked via Basecamp and should be submitted with Review Call 4, the post-travel report. Now in the following sections, I'm going to go through each of the forms you're required to fill out and provide some tips, some tricks, and familiarize yourself with them.